Hey everybody, I am Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and this is a Bentgo box. And to go along with my full review on realsimplemama.com, I wanted to give you an honest demo here of the Bentgo Kids Lunchbox System. That's the official name. Now, I will say as a disclaimer, my husband and I have bought all of this stuff ourselves. This is not a sponsored post. We paid money for this, and so you guys deserve to know the honest truth, because these things, the concept is really cool, but the price tag is a bit ridiculous. So before you go out and buy anything, now you can kind of see if this is worth it for you. So what is Bentgo? Bentgo is a company that makes all different types of food transporting stuff. They have everything from special salad kits and bowls to lunch boxes, but I only heard about them in the last few months because we have a son. Our oldest kid started kindergarten this year, and he eats a lot. So we were trying to think, what is the best way to send food to school for lunch, with lots of different things, with him learning about his protein and vegetables and all the different food groups. And all of my mom friends who I asked, they were like, oh my gosh, you have to buy these. So Bentgo is the name of the brand. You can see their main website is just bentgo.com. This system that we're going to be showing you today is Bentgo Kids, which is just one of their little sub areas. Again, they do make lunch boxes and all kinds of other crazy stuff, but for intents and purposes, this is what I'm showing you. So just the stock info right now, it's October 2018. Right now, you can get each of these systems for, I think, $28 on Bentgo's website. And then they have free shipping if you buy two. On Amazon, they run about $25, $30, $35 sometimes. We've bought one on Amazon and one on Zulily when they were on sale for, I think, 19 or 20. I've seen them as cheap as 13 or 14 online from, some kind of suspicious looking websites. But default, they're going to be between 25 and 35 bucks, which sounds like, what? Okay, so here's what we're dealing with. The Bentgo Kids, when you buy one, this is what you get. You get three different things. There's the outside, which I will call the case. And the case is, as I remove my son's lunch for tomorrow, this is the case. And what's awesome about the case is it is one piece, and they have the rubber seals. This is what made us buy Bentgo. And we did look into a few other brands. There's Yummy, I think it's spelled Y-U-M-I, and a couple of other brands that attempted to do the same thing that Bentgo does, because the beauty and the genius here is you have your different compartments that are different sizes for different things, but you can put liquid in here, you can put dips, sauces, applesauce, yogurt, things like that. And because of these compartments going all the way up and meeting with this rubber seal, essentially if this gets jostled around or tossed around, because, kids are kids, the stuff is not going to go all over the place. So my son will open it up tomorrow, and the ranch will still be just right here, and nothing will be mixed up. Everything stays in its section. So this is BPA-free plastic and rubber. This piece is supposed to be hand washed and not go in the microwave. So this is the case, and then it has two latches right there. We'll talk more about those in a little bit. The next piece that you'll get, and this is called, for all intents and purposes, the inner compartment. This is also just one piece of plastic. I have a couple of others here so you can see what it looks like underneath, but that's all it is. It's just one piece. And it has all the different sized sections in them. All of Bentgo Kids, they're all going to have the same proportions, the same dimensions. Essentially, you're just basically picking different colors. The other thing that it comes with is just a clear plastic lid, and this lid snaps on all the way around. It has the same idea, although this is not rubber, this is just the plastic, but the same thing. If you buy multiples of these and you say, you know what, I'm going to pack 3 lunches at a time, then your kid's taking one in the case for Monday, and you've got Tuesday in the fridge that's that's packed up with this, and then you just switch them out and pop them in and out. So this is just the little lid. I will mention that this piece is top rack dishwasher safe. It is also microwave safe, but on Bentgo's website, they do recommend you can put it in the microwave for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, but it's really just for heating something back up. Like these chicken nuggets are already thawed. I already microwaved them and cooked them on a ceramic plate. You wouldn't want to put this in the microwave for minutes and minutes at a time to actually cook something that is raw or that is frozen. Okay, so your options are, I'm trying to do this with my camera in my face, so forgive me. Okay, so you could pop that in, and that will be airtight, or you can pop it in like this. So the things that are good about Bentgo, let's go into what I have enjoyed. I think the concept is really cool. Instead of us, and we've tried Rubbermaid and we've tried a couple of the other Tupperwares. It's like, here's a big section and smaller sections and dip and stuff like that. But it got a bit cumbersome with, different lids and different pieces. I'm thinking about my son sitting at a cafeteria table with, friend A on one side, friend B on another side, and somebody across from him. This is really simple. He just pops it open and everything's ready to go. There's no little dip containers or sauce containers. There's no separate baggies or anything else. It's all together. When he's done, he knows to just close it up, snap it up, doesn't have to keep it a certain direction or anything like that. It's all going to be fine. We like to talk to our kid a lot about, okay, where is your serving of vegetables? Where is your fruit? What is your protein for today? He gets to pick a little treat, and this is his grains and things like that. So if you are wanting to do a visual for your kids' nutritional information and for teaching them to make healthy habits, I have more content about that on realsimplemama.com, how we talk about meals, how we discuss meals, baby-led weaning, all of that kind of stuff. But basically, it's neat for you to kind of give your child a bit of independence and for them to learn about why is this compartment this size and why is this compartment this size, so that, essentially they're making good food choices when you're not with them looking over their shoulder. I do like, and I'm going to attempt to do this really quick and hopefully not get ranch all over my bathroom. So I'm going to lock up the 2 snaps, which are, once you teach your kid, these are actually very easy to do. You don't need a fingernail or anything like that. And I'm going to turn it upside down. Oh, it's upside down. So the snaps are just like this. And I'll show you, this has a bit of a give in it, the latch here on the back. So like it can kind of rock. It's not a very rigid, like you have to get it exactly perfect type thing. Okay, so that was upside down for a minute. And as I run the risk of destroying my son's lunch. See, there you go. There's ranch here on the top, but it didn't bleed over into any section. So now, obviously, for my son to go to school tomorrow, I've got to clean that off the top. But everything else is intact. We don't have ranch raisins or anything like that. So I feel, honestly, for the price, they can be really durable. Like I said, I have, at least 4 or 5 friends who have these for their school-age children. And a couple of moms, they're on year 2 with the same Bentgo pieces. The rubber seals are fine. The latches are fine. The snaps are fine. Everything is great. Now let's talk about what I don't like. And just a couple of things to be aware of, because I would never want anybody to go spend a whole bunch of money for something that's not worth it. The first thing is just, and this is kind of more just like an FYI precaution, the Bentgo Kids is almost 9 inches across. So if your kid has already got a lunch box, like a lunch pail, and they're really attached to it, I would make sure that it fits. You can find the full dimensions on bentgo.com or on my review on realsimplemama.com. Just go to realsimplemama.com and search for Bentgo up in the top right, and I've got all the dimensions there as well. But I mean, this thing is not very tall, but it is certainly quite wide. So that's something to consider. For our kid, we bought this first, and then we bought his lunchbox at Target, and they had Bentgo there. So we grabbed a Bentgo that was on the shelf, and we're testing it on lunchboxes. You can also buy Bentgo's official lunchbox if you're just dying to spend another ridiculous amount of money. But for me, we were that's okay. So that's just the first thing to be aware of, that this thing is very wide. So make sure it fits. Additionally, there's not a spot for silverware. There's not a spot for a drink, of course. For our kid, some meals, like you could see for this, he's probably just going to eat broccoli. He's probably just going to eat the broccoli with his fingers. But on days that he does need a fork, I just lay a fork on top and it's no big deal. The main concern, other than just the price, which I already addressed, is that there have been some issues with the latch failing. Okay, and I'm going to take the food out so I could show you just the case again, and hopefully I won't get ranched here. So I'm trying to pop this out. There we go. All right, so because this piece essentially has moving parts and joints and rubber and plastic, this is the piece where if I've seen any negativity other than just the price, it's been on this piece. We actually bought one from Amazon and one from Zulily. This is the one we bought from Amazon. The other one we got from Zulily, it was the exact same concept, just different colors, and you can see the pictures on my website review. But essentially what happened was there was a defect in the rubber. So you can see this is all perfectly parallel, everything is cut exactly right. There was a spot, I believe, right here where it was badly warped, and it was like that out of the box. Unfortunately, we bought it in the summer, and by the time we opened it up to actually use it for school, we were like, wait a minute, what is that? So in that case, we were eligible for an exchange the next time Zulily gets them in. But I would just be careful that you buy somewhere that's got a good return policy and you just open it up and inspect it, because you want to make sure that the seal is perfectly intact. Otherwise, I mean, you could still use it, it still works, but this whole like no leaking thing obviously becomes irrelevant if these are compromised in any way. So just for it to be effective. Now, Bentgo does say on their website that they have a 2-year warranty on all of their products. So that's the next thing that I'm going to explore, because I do have the other case, just to be like, hey, this isn't working. Of course, this piece cannot be microwaved. You don't want to wash this in the dishwasher because it'll start to warp and mess up the rubber. The other problem, and this is a bit of a tangent, but I want to let you know, if you're looking at Bentgo products, and there's a fruit fly in here, it's like, why is there ranch in the bathroom? If you're looking at Bentgo products, this is the Bentgo Kids line again. They do have just a regular Bentgo line that is, you know, just for adults or college kids or whatever. And then they have a new line called Bentgo Fresh. That's a lot of the same concept. You know, it's an outer case that's got latches. See what I was talking about? This moves a little bit, which is actually good because it helps with locking this thing in and putting it in there. So there's no problem there. But other people have complained that it's the same thing. The rubber seal was a problem on the Bentgo Fresh, and then the latches start to break. And what's happening is this piece is staying all as one, but it's starting to break right there on the seam. So back in here, and I apologize, I'm trying to get this right in your view. So back in here, it starts to fail. And as you can see, let me put an empty one in here. And all of these just click in, and all the different colors that we got and stuff like that. You know, they're all compatible. So, and this is just letting the air out, and then you can see it lock in. But if only one locks, you know, if this was broken, you know, and I just left it like that, not only is it not flush anymore, but now you also run the risk, if you had any sauces, dips, liquids on this side, that rubber seal is not being pushed all the way down where it needs to go. So out of all of the moms that I've got, I know of, oh, see, there's my ranch. Oh, well, that's my own fault. You see, I've seen a couple of people who I know personally who have had issues. It's either been with the Bentgo Fresh, or I'm the one who was unlucky and had a, you know, just a warped one out of the factory. So it is definitely worth buying it from somewhere where you've got a good return policy. I'm going to check with Bentgo's manufacturer, you know, their actual manufacturer warranty, and say, hey, I bought this other case from Zulily. Here's the problem. Can I get an exchange? Because right now, you know, I have one case and I have 3 extra pieces. So these I don't have to wash every day because I can switch them out. But this case, which I need, I only have 1. Now, my other option, if I get really desperate or lazy or something unexpected happens, I could just send it like this with a little lid. It's a little bit smaller, and it works. And it does have that concept there, but this isn't rubber. So if something's really liquid, like, you know, my son, this sounds kind of crazy, I guess, but he takes wonton sometimes with soy sauce. And soy sauce, because it is so, you know, so liquid, so watery, I wouldn't trust that with this lid. So it's kind of like an emergency backup option. I use this with my toddler because, you know, my son takes this one to school. But it's just a couple of things to be aware of. So watching the moving parts on your case, making sure you take really good care of it. Don't microwave this piece. Don't dishwash it. You know, just make sure that the rubber seal is intact. So now that I put everything back together the way it's supposed to go. But as you can see, these are full-size chicken nuggets, full-size pretzels. I mean, you can put a lot of food in here. And then what's neat is just teach your kid, you know, when they're done, they just close it up. There's no trash. There's no waste. And then for me, at least, when my kid gets home, I can open it up and I can inspect it and see what he ate or what he didn't. I wash a lot of stuff by hand, especially plastic. I just really don't like putting plastic in the dishwasher. So I just hand wash everything every day. So I hope that has made a lot of sense. It's let you see what's going on here with Bentgo Kids with the chrome that I've got on here. So overall, I will be really, really super happy if I can get my other case exchanged. Doing research for this video, doing research for my review on realsimplemama.com. Today was the first day actually that I went on Bentgo's website and read about their 2-year warranty, which I really appreciate. I just hope that I'm eligible for it. But otherwise, the concept is really great. If they're going to last you for at least a year or more, then to me, it's worth dropping, you know, $30 on one. If it's something that you know you're going to use every day, that you know is safe for your kid, you know it's going to hold enough food for your kid, it fits in the lunchbox, you know, and the durability is going to work for a really long time. Again, it kind of stinks and it's a little overwhelming to be like, wait, I'm paying how much for what again? But I do feel like this is nicer than multiple things, or you know, sending a copious amount of plastic bags that are going into landfills, things like that. The other thing you can look at if you want to is the reusable Ziploc bags. They're not made by Ziploc. They're just reusable baggies that can be a combination. There's some that are silicone. There's some that are like a plastic on the inside liner, and the outside they're fabric. I let my son use that for snacks. So essentially we're having like no waste with his lunch and his snacks. So overall with Bentgo, like I said, it was a bit of a shock to drop that much money initially. We're hoping that we can get it exchanged, but otherwise, I mean, the concept works. It makes a lot of sense. It works really well. Just check everything, and of course, buy from somebody or somewhere that you know that you can do a fair exchange, just in case you get one that's faulty. So I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. Let me know in the comments if you use one of these, what you think about them, if you have another product that you like better, so that we can all help each other. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.